Alright, welcome to the graffiti jungle. Parlo Pulingue. Benvenuti nella giungla del graffiti. Questo è impostore, rockstar. Hey, we working on the podcast. Alright, so that's for right. That was gonna be the highlight of my day. I was kind of just stumbling along, and it's time the third. Get some research, tag some merch. Okay, so with the vibe for today, how things was going. I watched the episode. I watched session 9 of Cowboy Bebop. So I was like, you know what I'm saying? Then I was just scrolling through. I saw, it's Adrian Bronner in the Cameron situation. Adrian Bronner, I, yeah, Cameron said, I'm going to pay you for your time, but you got to go. You got to leave. You got to bounce. What up? So there was the Adrian Bronner. There's an Adrian Bronner Cameron situation. And then Dame Dash on the Breakfast Club. So Dame Dash on the Breakfast Club. There was that situation. And I might have to go back and just watch some more of the I don't know. The Dame Dash, Charlemagne, they were just going back and forth. It was I just need to hear the jokes. It might be worth the laugh, you know what I'm saying? But part of it was I was getting kind of annoyed because it was one of the things with the Dame Dash situation, the way he kept, let me talk. And it's like, bro, talk, what you got to say? And I don't know. It was just, he kept saying a lot of the same things. I don't know. We'll see how that goes. Anyway, so I watched Cowboy Bebop. You had a Dame Dash situation. It's the fake news, social media news, what's the headlines, whatnot. I don't know what's on y'all timeline. This one's on my timeline. So you got Dame Dash and the Adrian Bronner situation. So those are the situations, right? After that, I'm still scrolling to the third. I come to find out it said Hitman versus Murda Mook. Hitman Holla versus Murda Mook. So I'm sitting here like, so I don't know how y'all are. I don't know how everybody else was with they joint. So, but you could tell from the comments like it's been a while. What you all right? So I saw Hitman Holla versus Murda Mook. So then I look at, well, when was this posted? It's like, oh, this is a new video. Now it's one thing because you like sometimes you can see something you like, this from 6, 7 years ago. This and the third. So I saw Hitman Holla versus Murda Mook. I said, oh, this was posted today, to this day. I said, oh. I said, whoa. I said, oh, so this is new, right? Yeah, that. Hey, pause on that. You got to talk straight on this channel. This channel not for the people. If you are confused, yeah, this channel not for you. This channel not for you. So I said, oh, this was posted today, right? So I seen the jank, and then so I'm like, all right, let me go ahead and watch this jank, right? So now opinions are like a-holes. Everybody got an opinion, right? So let me have mine. In my humble opinion. Now, again, so before I watched this, and when I made the video, I even said, Murda Mook, and this is for me, if I hear Murda Mook, I'm gonna think, oh, Sirius Jones. When I was watching, when I first was in third, Sirius Jones won that battle to me. Now, not only that, I think that's one of those like the lore of it. They daggone like so. I said that right, and then Murda Mook also mentions that he makes a mention of, oh, you talking Murda Mook battling with Sirius Jones? Murda Mook even makes a mention of that. I know, like, one of the things is I think like because of the any questions and whatchamacallit, it's all my page, everything linked to my page and whatnot, everything linked to my page. Are those aviator prescription? They are prescription. I got 20/20 vision, feel me? Corrected. All right. So, then, so mind you, so I said that, know that he makes a reference to this, and I think one of the things about it is, I think it's one of those because of like the fan base or whatever, and how people like will run with a certain thing. He kind of like eats off of that. Y'all gotta talk straight, bro. I'm talking about battle rap. I'm talking about whatever. Anyway, so one of the Jones is he be like, all right. So I think because of that fan base and the narrative, it is that fan base and the narrative. I'm not part of your survey. Fuck out of here. So the narrative is that Murda Mook kind of win that battle. That's the lore of it. You feel me? But anybody know, even like on some freestyles and everything that was said in that battle, I think Serious Jones won, but I think they it's a running like joke within battle rope kind of sort of that like, bro, you didn't win that. Like you yourself, yo, you gotta really chill. Like, like, do your mama know you talk to people like this? I talk to your mom about stuff like this. I told your mom, I say, yo, he can't be talking to other men like this. Like, I told your mom when he talked to other men, he gotta talk straight. Like, I understand he wanna live out in the open and free, but he just he can't talk to me like that. Like you should feel very uncomfortable. You should feel very uncomfortable. I gotta block you. I'm sorry. It's chestnut checkers. Jeez. Y'all are wild. You're wildin'. It's not that wildin'. He made a reference to that, Jane, right? But I really do think, what's good, Four Eyes? That was your first and that was your last time talking to me. So, then one of the lore, and then so the lore and the negative is like, all right, he really lost his battle, but because of the theatrics, the fan bases, and the third, but he lives off of that. Like that's a little bit of the fame is because of that, and that's like some people say like that's the real battle. This and the third, boom, 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 right? Now, because when watching that was, if you watch that battle, even you can tell the whatchamacallit was on some. That battle ends, it's lives rent free in your head. Dot in your head, dot in your head, dot mob, all that, right? Now that's why it's like even if you don't know too much about them and this and the third, then that whole the dot mob reference. So that's why one of the hottest lines he said, everything, this world that you live in, I created it. It's like the Big Bang theorist. That one, bro, that was dot in your head, dot in your, yeah, that whole dot mob reference, and he said, this world that you live in, I created it. It's the Big Bang theorist. It's the whole universe being created off a dot getting so hot and then expansion. I'm like, damn, that shit. You gotta understand, like, it be stuff like that. It be stuff like that. So it is one of those, whether you think he won or lost that Serious Jones battle, that is a legendary battle that people like you can point to as a time of like most people either have seen it, will reference it, stuff like that, right? So now I remember I went to the comments. Comments was like, yeah, I ain't never clicked something so fast. I broke the speed barrier the way I went to click this video. So I'm like, cause I seen it, so I'm like, oh, this is a new battle. Like, but then it's not from SMAT. It's not from SMAT. It's not URL. You know what I'm saying? It's called the Takeover Battle League, TBL. So that was one thing. And cause the takeover. Like, I don't know, they don't got no. Now, this was in Houston. So, cause sometimes they've tried to like move it and to have it, okay, we're gonna have it here. We're not always not gonna be in New York. We're gonna have it here. We're gonna have it here. And so sometimes though, the crowd don't be passing the vibe check. The crowd don't be passing the vibe check. Crowd was cool this time for the most part, but I remember somebody in the comments was like, y'all should, the way I just call it, hold it down, hold it down. You know what I'm saying? That junk used to be bro, so like, those are times and those are moments. Hold it down, hold it down. You know what I'm saying? When somebody done said, Don DeMarco. Now, but that was one of those, like when it comes down to like a DJ, that whole whatchamacallit, bro, that is missed. That like when the culture, that's missed. That's missed right now. Don DeMarco, it's shit like that. Bang, bang. It's one of those type James, bro. So that's one of the, like, the battle was cool, but that's like, and I think the crowd was decent. Houston, you know what I'm saying, did pretty well. Mook was the only one who had problems with his mic. But other than that, it was like If I would say something was missing, that was like, bro, you missed that. Bang, bang. Don DeMarco. That junk, man, that jank, nah. So that's why I had to edit it in there for. I was like, nah, if it deserves it, it deserves it. And we're gonna put that right there. Nah, I was like, nah, 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 nah. Like that whole that line right there of the whole jank. And so it's also cause you ever watch some of the janks, you're like, dang, where did Don DeMarco at? Nah, I was like, nah, 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 nah. We ain't. I was like, we ain't just gonna give it out willy nilly. Nah, 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 nah. Of the whole battle. So it was a couple things though. Of the whole battle, I think was that round two was that whole the whole universe came off of the you know what I'm saying, of a dot being expanded, this and the third, boom, boom, boom. That deserved the Don DeMarco, bang, bang. It's shit like that. It's shit like that. So face first. So that line deserved it, right? So that was that. But let me take a step back. Let me take a step back. So, mind you, if you just see it as is, Hitman versus Murda Mook. Now, like I just said, I'm of the bias, right? Oh man, like your first one seemed like you was about to pass the vibe, but then that whole you can probably see the moon with those glasses. Damn, bro, like L comment. You can't add ad-libs, just saying. So I had to edit it up. I had to edit those videos up just a little bit. Um, so one of the Johns was, oh, like I said, so if you just see the name, Hitman versus Murda Mook, I'm a little bit biased. I'm thinking like Hitman gonna win this. You know what I'm saying? I'm not to say it's gonna be a walk in the park, but I'm thinking like for the most part, it's just that in the third, right? I already told you like my bias was like Mook he come across as like a little bit corny. You know what I'm saying? Dot on your head, dot on your da 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 da. You know what I'm saying? That joint was what it was. So then, so round one. Now, again, one of the things, dang, bro. Like, yeah, I'm not gonna what you call it. Yeah, Mook won. We at the end of this game, Mook won. Your comments is not fans of bad. Like, if you was funny, like, like if you was funny or like if you was in the third, but like, it's something about me that really make you feel some type of way, and I think that's what you need. You need to go sit in the corner and you need to figure out what it is about somebody that you don't know that got you really feeling this way. That's what you got to do. But I'm blocking you off the channel because I don't want to hear nothing else from you. All right. Yeah, you sound like a young boy. Like you see how you can say one thing and you sound young as hell. Like you feel me? Like yeah, this shit said it's for 18 and up. Like yeah, I don't want to talk to you either. You blocked. All right. So yeah, Rico Mook won. Mook definitely won. So round one. Now for instance, URL did get to the point where they had started like really editing their videos and saying like, okay, if this is a person that's coming, here are their strengths. Here are their strengths, right? So with Hitman, one of his strengths is performance and crowd control. If you watch his whatchamacallit, when it come down to like managing a room, controlling a crowd, and performance, and so now the one thing about that though is Mook did come back at one point and imitate his style. He does it twice and he does it really well. So like that's one of the things that it's kind of funny, but it's like it was whatchamacallit. So I just want to say that like who is it? Hitman is known for performance, crowd control. Isn't what it used to be anymore. Forgot. Arsenal. Whoa, you got. Hey, we're gonna bring this back. We're gonna bring this back, you guys, cause. So that was the thing about today. That was the thing about today was the fact that, bro, we haven't had any battles. I don't know what happened with all this other whatchamacallit, bro. But I don't know what was going on. But it's like this is new. Like this 2025 is back. I'm like, so that, in my mind, I'm like, yo, it's back. So battle rap is back, right? So, now, they're gimmicks, but for a while that was eating. Hitman used to do the remix, and so he used to remix it. He said, I'm gonna remix it. It's like Conceited with the slow it down. I just dipped you. You know what I'm saying? So it's those type of things. So it's the performance, but it's the way he performed Mook mimicked that. He got that down pretty pat, and then he even brought the whole remix thing. He brought that. He said the whole remix joint. He did that too. Um, so but in that first round though, what I thought was kind of cool. Now, this the way Hitman kind of approached this joint, it did, and I made a joke about it, but it felt like the Loaded Lux joint, right? Like if you seen the Loaded Lux come through with the suit, I told him Harlem Hospital and give him beds out. If you look around, this like it gave that type of feel because like even in the third round, like in Loaded Lux when versus Calico, look to the screen and he pull up the picture of Calico in the hot tub with another like it's one of them type of and so because Hitman comes through around, he's like, I got the paperwork, and he's like, you was talking about your rent 1,800. This shit say it's 950, and he was like, and this shit don't even this ain't even a stat. Like, what did you think he's talking about? So, and he was like, this money that you was talking about that you needed for rent. He throw the money in the crowd like, go get it. Like, so anyway, yeah, I'm talking about it came down to theatrics. Like, so one of the things like Hitman First Jank, it was I'm not gonna say it was like super solid or super tough or nothing like that, but it was like some of those theatrics. He was like, because when he told the dude to cut the lights, and then the lights went off, and then he started whatchamacallit, and somebody joked him in the jungle. Was like, because he said that his chain was gonna be dancing, but niggas was like, that chain ain't dancing, bro. That I don't see shit. I don't see shit. So, but I was like, this is corny, but the fact that you actually just did had the lights go off and this and the third, I was like, all right. I was like, all right, bro, like whatever. Loaded Hollows, Loaded Lux, Hollow. When we talk about a Hollow, which one? Hollow the Don need to come back. I don't care who they face. That was classic. As we real, Hollow ain't one. Oh, oh. So first round, I ain't think Hitman really, you know what I'm saying, did too much. But I was like, all right, we got some theatrics. It was the bringing stuff back, you know. He been on Wild 'N Out. He ain't this ain't third. This ain't his round no more to real. So it's like, yeah, warm up a little bit. And then Hollow the Don is golden. Hey, I fuck with this, bro. I appreciate the fact that all right, people in the building. We in the building. All right, bet. They in the building. All right, we know what's going on. All right, because sometimes it is read the room. All right, y'all know what's going on. All right, bet. I just hearing the name. Been doing the same things. Oh, hold on, I ain't get there yet. Okay, so I'm on round one. So round one, Mike. So Mook is going to. So Mook even says it. He was like, "Yeah, the performance fine, but when it come down to this rap." And so now one of the things is about when you do reach a certain status and you got certain whatchamacallits, and then the crowd know it, so you ain't even got to say it. Now that's the one joint the crowd didn't pass the vibe check on that one. Mook it's like I don't know the jump, but I know that if he was in New York, or if he was in a certain setting, the crowd would have carried that whole jump. He wouldn't even had to say it type of jump. So that's why the word Loaded Lux and Hollow the Don go against bar for bar. I'm gonna have to check that. I'm gonna have to check this out because this is a couple people that I think that are still like sleepers though. It's a couple people I think they for instance like Chess. 15 years is crazy work. Chess actually had some decent bars, but it was always the fact that I don't know what he was on or what he had going on or whatever, but like Chess would be like, he would forget his lines, he would be stuttering. Bro, it was like if you could take Chess and give him like somebody else's performance or something, he had some bars, bro. He had some Johns, bro. So round one, the only thing I remember from round one was the when he said the whole I'm the A road, I'm the A side, you the B side. So let's put this on the record or something like that. It's like it's a little wordplay with that. And that's how you started. But round one I ain't think was like too crazy. It was just I was just good that the joint was back. Him versus now the one I'm saying here the one I'm saying here. Nah, it's a couple because you know like his James is like ain't like a string, but it's the slit as shit. Nahi Michael Jackson in the Thriller gimmick. I was like, God damn. But at the same time, that's the same one when the boy came back. That's the boy who always wear the flat cap. I forget his word. I forget his name, but um, he was like, and you get a cut, and you get a cut. It's like the seatbelt won't work. I'm trying to buckle up or something like that. That joint was tough. That's that battle. Oh, Tay Rock. This we ain't seen Rock put the K on Rock since the people's elbow. I was like, okay, he cooking. And then we came back with the because his name is Tay Rock. So this is where no. Who's the Tay Diggs? Is it Tay Diggs? This is where Tay digs his own grave. He had a crazy bar with that one too. He had a crazy bar with that one. Hitman Holla one though too. That's right, and that's the one thing like Hitman. So but I said that too. I was like, Hitman, it gets a little redundant. It's one thing like, and it. Yes, it's facts and it's true. Like at one point, like Hitman carrying the URL and the battle rap league it's like I gotta put this on my back. But you ain't gotta keep on saying that. He's like, and you ain't saying the same shit since 2010. You've been saying it in remix, you've been saying the same shit since 2010, like the whole remix shit. So the fact that he did that shit, you've been doing the same how y'all gonna keep falling for the same tricks, dog? You've been doing the same shit since 2010. How y'all gonna solve for the same tricks, dog? You've been doing the same shit. You've been doing the same shit. You've been doing the same shit since 2010. How many times you gonna remix that? You still doing that? Hey, bro. So I was like, all right, bro. You know what I'm saying? Every Don DeMarco. Okay. Thank you. Round one was close. Okay, so that was my whole point was like, be a little bit objective with this and the third, bro. You know what I'm saying? That my Jones like be a little, cause one of the comments, if you sit there, so one of the Jones is like, with this one, some of the stuff is like hard. Like you sitting there watching the video and the comments is popping up, and one thing be cool, but like if they pop up at a certain time, it'll mess you up, cause you're not expecting to see this and the third. So, but one person was like, yeah, the first time I watched it, I had 3-0 Mook. I watched it again, I got 0-3 Hitman. He was like, I watched it the first time, it was 3-0 Mook. I watched it back, it was 0-3 Hitman. So, no. I'm with the round one was close, bruh. I'm with that statement. The statement that Darius made, I'm with that. Round one was close. I got round one being a tie. Now, round two, round three, dog walk. Like round two, round three. I mean, it was on some. I forget now because round two, round three. It's clear. Like Mook won that. Like I ain't. It ain't whatchamacallit. Round one, I think was actually close, bro. I'm not gonna say it was a whole cakewalk. I got 2-0-1. For me, I got 2-0-1. Like 2 to Mook. I don't think that Hitman clearly won any round, but the first round was a tie. Yo, you got a body bag. Zip them up. So, second round. Oh, see, okay. Second round was when he came. Second round was when Mook said the whole line of, the world that you live in. Now, even the part before that, the whole setup for this and the third, he was like, come on, if you break a leg, he was like, you doing bad right now, you being average is not good. You being average is not good for this, for this, you know what I'm saying, right now. Right now, you break a leg, if you do any better than what they thought you was going to do, like, they're going to clear and they're going to try. But for me, I can't be off like you. I can't be average. Cause I'm great. I'm so great that if I come across as average, if I don't do good, I'm gonna get reprimanded. He's like, that's how great I am. And then he was like, the whole world that you live in came off of my, like, you living off my legacy. You riding up the coattails of my legacy. Like, the dot on your head, dot on your dot mob, and the whole Big Bang Theory, the whole world, that your whole universe is off me. You know what I'm saying? And it was like, we can't argue with that. Like that now, if Hitman gonna sit here and constantly say that he carried, but you gotta say that, yeah, like Nah, even if you don't put him on your Mount Rushmore or whatever, because that whole Mount Rushmore line was mentioned, you do got to mention that. Yeah, you know about him, the lore, the legacy, this and the third that he left behind, and he was like, nah, because Hitman comes to try to say, I gotta look at the one that y'all said it did the most and look at him and say he ain't doing enough. You know what I'm saying? Hitman makes a reference to something like that too. To like, I gotta look at the one that y'all said put everybody on and look at he ain't saying he ain't doing enough. Like, so it's a couple of those. Okay, Sean, come back. Nah, this was just what's up? This just so I don't know nothing about this new league, this takeover battle league. It's called TBL. I don't know nothing about that. I saw that it was posted today and I'm like, oh, this is a new jank. It's 2025. I'm like, all right, bet. I ain't seen it in a while. So that was one. Now so Hitman, he was trying to make he had a scheme, he had a liquor scheme that he was trying to build or whatever, and it was okay. It was it was all right, but it won't nothing for me to be like, all right, yeah, boom. It won't no Don DeMarco, but that whole the world, your whole world is based off of what you know what I'm saying. So that came from Murda Mook in the second one. Now, the third round, now it really do that Hitman second round. It was short and it looked like he kind of almost gave up in a sense. But the third round he tried a little harder, and so this is why I also say it gives those Low Deluxe feel vibe, but it didn't come across the same way. But he came up with some paperwork and talking about this on the third. Now he tried to mention some stuff that would really like when it come down to like a character scheme, like it would hurt somebody's character and this on the third. And I was like, that's kind of a sensitive situation for you to whatchamacallit, and you're gonna have to like the delivery for it. I get what he was trying to do, but the delivery for it just didn't sit all that whatchamacallit to me. But it gave those same vibes because Loaded Lux looked at Calico, he was like, is your money being longer worth your lifespan being shorter? Your pops wasn't a real nigga. No, your pops wasn't no real gangster. He was just another lost nigga. Like, so it was one of those because when he looked at the shorty, he's like, you got your wife here, and you be beating on her, and you be beating on her daughter, and she ain't even biologically like when he talking to the wife, because now mind you, him talking to the wife, him talking to the wife like, you gonna let him hit on your daughter and it ain't even biologically his. Now, the reason he gonna even try to go ahead and sit there and do that is because of how Averb did him. Is how Averb do him. Cause Averb, look at him, and this is one of those, hey, Big Gerald. Yes, sir. And this was one of those, like, you can't plan it, you can't script this. It was, hey, Big Gerald. Now, mind you, Hitman Holla, Hitman, real name is Gerald, I think, or something like that. He's a junior, and I think his dad was in the audience. So he was like, hey, Big Gerald. He's like, yes, sir. He's like, that's how you talk to your son. And niggas was like, oh, shit. So it was like the way that Aver was saying this, and then go and say, hey, Big Gerald. Yes, sir. That's how you talk to your son. And so when he's sitting here talking to the daughter like that, and so it was, again, like, but Loaded Lux. And then so, now mind you, Murda Mook come back in on this next one. The back end of the whole, like, because somebody had said something about it being a masterpiece. And this was, now the round one, no. Round two, that line I told you about. Round three, the back end of round three, belt to ass. Hey, pause before I say that. The back end of round three, belt to it, and that was on some. Oh, this is legendary. That ass whooping right there on that. If you ain't watched nothing else, and you see that back end of because that's how it end. Murda Mook, round three. That back end of that, how he ended that was a bang bang. Don DeMar, like it was on a historical run, like. And then it was even the way he was sitting there, whatchamacallit, right? And I forget what he was sitting here talking to him about. I forget what he was sitting here talking to him about. But Hitman was trying to talk to somebody in the crowd almost onto like try to try to explain what Mook was sitting there getting on him about, and this and the third, and Murda Mook was like, oh no, go ahead, go ahead. He was like, nah, go ahead. I forget what it, cause Hitman was trying to talk to somebody in the crowd about such and such, and Murda Mook was like, nah, go ahead. Like, and it was a look at you, emotional. He ain't say it, but somebody commented it, timestamped it, and then somebody commented was like, look at you, emotional. It was that. It was a oh nah, this battle's done. This battle's done. I'm bruh, cause this I will say, round two, round three, it gave oh no, this vintage battle. It gave vintage battle rap vibes. It gave vintage like you know what I'm saying? So it, and I'm trying to remember what he exactly said to him. Not even said to him, but what he was exactly like talking about. But it was coming. And then it was like, you know what I'm saying? Who else you gonna have a problem with? You got a problem with him? Is you got a problem with Smack? You got a problem with this person? You got a problem with Rex? You got a problem with me? You got a problem with? I think when you leave Houston, you gonna have a problem. Like he was like, who you got a problem with? And he said something, but it's parts of those like a part of like. So I don't think every bar needs to be so complicated and you gotta think super hard about it. You know what I'm saying? And so that's me, right? I'm not gonna say Hitman's trash. I'm not gonna say he's trash. You know what I'm saying? But I'm of the substance of like some bars do gotta be light and they gotta be a little bit current. And when Murda hits him with that, it's a Jet 2 holiday. I was like, belt to ass. I was like, damn, he hit you with a Jet 2 holiday line. He was like, coming at Mook is not the way. Now that's how you do a Jet 2 holiday. Hey, bro, I was like, oh shit, damn. I was like, Don DeMarco, bang, bang. It's shit like that. It's shit like that. Face for I was like, damn. I was like, bro. The end of it, bro. Look at you. Emotional. That's all he had to do, bro. That's hey bro, like the icing on the cake, bro. I'm zip them up. Now I'm not gonna say it was a body bag. A body bag is 3-0, bro. A body bag. That first round, I say it can go. I'm not gonna say I think it was just too close to be like, oh no, this is clear. This person clearly won type of thing. Like, you know what I'm saying? If you a Murda Mook fan, you know what I'm saying? This ain't third boom, boom. But like I told you, like for me, I'm of the when he went up against Serious Jones, he ain't win that one. I'm talking he ain't win that one, bro. So that's the only battle I really like, well, whatchamacallit, from that I know of, or that's the way he lives off of, bro. So that back part of it, bro, like and so like this makes you miss like other certain people, bro. Like I don't know, you got favorites and whatnot, but this is why like so who does it though? The one who by LOM, money over loyalty over money. I think that might be Hollow. It might be, you know what I'm saying, when he went up against Charlie Clips, when Charlie Clips be like, you know what I'm saying, he's like, it's 4 bars like a candy wrapper. It's like the sign on the highway. They can see it coming from a mile away. Like you set them up for the punchlines and whatnot. I'm okay with some of those, you know what I'm saying? Because it come down to schemes, and like I just said, I don't think every bar needs to be so deep or whatever. So that's why I like that. The fact that Jet 2 holiday line was right there, and that's something that's current. You know what I'm saying? And it's those people like if you listen to them, they're gonna have some bars and some schemes, whether it's and so like the thing like the one thing I appreciate about Charlie Clips was you can catch because there's gonna be some sports references, there's gonna be this, there's gonna be that, and there'll be some current stuff. You know what I'm saying? So Mook definitely won. He had some current bars in that third. I did, and like so the one short that came up, the one line I whatchamacallit, I was like, it was something simple, but it was I had to whatchamacallit. Yeah, you ain't gonna be able to spell that one all the way out, brother. You ain't even yeah. Nobody will ever see another comment from you again. You ain't gonna spell all that one out, brother. I'm sorry about that. Caught you. Remember, it's chess, not checkers. I use people like you for practice. I just be practicing with that block button. You block from the channel. You know what I'm saying? So, uh, yeah, that was my reaction to it. I appreciate that it's back. The one line that he had said, and it was like That's what I'm saying. It was light. All the stuff was like real light, but the one joint with the Missouri line, I fought with that line. That joint was like, I was like, he was like, "Hi, I'm from St. Louis, but you the one living in misery," and I was like, "Is St. Louis a city in Missouri?" I was like, "All right, yeah, yeah." Every little shit like that. Somebody was like, "It's an elementary ass bar." I don't give a fuck. I needed some shit like you saying it because you some shit you want to catch on to and just like, all right, boom, that boom. Like some of the other stuff can be like, all right, boom. Some stuff just be going over your head. And because that be sometimes you look at it and be like, am I missing something right now? But nah, I caught more. I was like, nah, we're good. We're good here. I got all of them. I just don't think I was just listening like, nah, what's the Don DeMarco? But and the one thing about that whole back end part was it was a stank on it. It was just nah, he talking to him. Let him cook. Let him cook. It's if it's the editing it and then be like, nah, hold up, bro, let him cook. Let him cook, bro. Like that's what Mook third round was, how he ended that jump. Let him cook. It don't need no sauce. It don't need no Don DeMarco. It won't need it. That won't call for. It was a nah, messing with Mook. That ain't the way. Now that's how you beat a Jet 2 holiday. I'm messing. I don't know exactly what he said, but I knew it was something like that. I know it was Way and Jet 2 Holiday. Simple shit. That's the type of shit you need. We need. It's like we got that in battle rap. You feel me? Like you had that. Somebody had that, bro. Those are the little whatchamacallits, bro. Like it's especially like when battle rap ain't been around. It ain't been around for a little minute. It's one of those like you gotta have a bar about this. You should be talking about this. There's certain things that you should just kind of mention and like play off of that. So that's what I'm saying. Mook had the vintage John because he did two impersonations of Hitman and they were spot on. He did the remix joint and there was something about the delivery that Hitman does that he was able to replicate as well. And so that was one thing. I'm not sure if Hitman. I'm not sure if Hitman freestyled that one part, but he did then. Oh, he just said it. He was like, "Y'all come at me for performance, but then get hype from him acting like me." It was a all right. Don't let's not be the messenger here. The messenger, y'all. You gonna say that my performance is my remix scheme and how I deliver lines, but then y'all gonna get hype off of him mimicking how I do things. I was like, all right, you know what I'm saying? I think he just said that. I don't think he actually like put that into a bar. Again, this is why you would miss certain people. Like this is how these are like it's like those little things. Again, like I mentioned Serious Jones, but Serious Jones, Charlie Clips, maybe Conceited, one of them would have freestyled a line. Tay Rock might have did it too. Tay Rock might have whatchamacallit. You know what I'm saying? Everyone's on. But these are where one of them, they were like, oh, you just said this? They would make up a bar while the other person rapping. And so when they start their next one, they would say like, oh, what, didn't you just say? Da, 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 and flip what the other person just said, and then go back and tell all the stuff they writ before they're written. So it was decent. It was decent. Now my other little whatchamacallit, I'm not sure, right? I mean, it's entertaining, but it's why is battle rap entertainment? I don't know. I don't know. But I appreciated that segment today. It was not on my bingo card, and if y'all some of y'all seen it. Some of y'all seen it. Yeah, it was not on y'all. Y'all didn't expect to see that joint either, bro. And I was like, it had I think it just got dropped today or whatever, and it was like the number 13 for number hype videos, and I was like, yeah, people miss this. Like we've been missing this. The culture needs this. It's hip hop, hip hop. It's okay. You know what I'm saying? I ain't gonna argue that. It's been missing. There was like all this mumble rap and this jumbo, this, that, and the third. Boom, boom, boom. Hold it down. Hold it down. Hold it down. Where's Beasley at, bro? So it was cool. I'm not sure. So I mean, they was like because some people in the comments was like, yeah, smack. They would have held this shit till 2030. They would have been holding on to this shit, trying to milk it. Nah, pause if I need to say that, but it's a cash cow. Anyway, they was like, they dropped this faster than the baby holding a tablet. I was like, yeah, bro. I think, yeah, bro. It ain't been missing, man. Bro, I don't know the last. I'm trying, bro. The last time I watched a battle, bro, and then whenever it's not on URL, it don't be whatchamacallit, bro. So that's why I think like a couple things was done really well. Like it was done pretty good. And then like that's why I say I at least appreciated the theatrics when he said cut the lights and the lights cut off and then they brought this and the third or just you know what I'm saying bringing those are like the little whatchamacallits like and so like certain people that did more or less with that. So those are like and for the most part that's the only thing about the New York crowd though is that they be knowing. It's like if you know, you know, right? And they just be knowing like I just said, uh, the whole ball game or like the like how some people in their stuff and the whole crowd know the whole jump. Zip them up. You know what I'm saying? It's like all that fabricated this that, and the bullshit don't amount to this. You know what I'm saying? Realness, something like that, or like something about going up against the greatest and this and that. It was like, bro, I was like, damn, the New York crowd would have knew that. So I don't know if it's gonna stay. I don't know too much about this new league or whatever. I don't know if it's staying in Houston, if it's based in Houston, or that's just what they chose. Um, but again, every city ain't don't got the right vibe for it for whatever reason. You know what I'm saying? Like, and and it's the my last thing I'm gonna say about the whole crowd jump. Um, the last thing I'm gonna say about the crowd jump is again. So one of the things with Mook is he got that fan base, and that's why I say like when you see that battle with Murda Mook and Serious Jones, like that was one of those that wasn't even on the stage. You know what I'm saying? That was in some type of like I don't even know where that was at, bro. You know what I'm saying? And but that the way that joint ends, down on your head, down on your chest, down on, and all of them. It was he had such a large fan base right then and there, so it was like then I don't know. Some parts is you want the jump. So I guess that's a plus and a minus. Cause you need, but you're gonna have to have enough people in the crowd where the bars don't go over their head and they hype it up at the right spots and stuff. Um, but yeah. Man, all the rest of the comments was about do you know before I answer your work, do you like battle rap? Do you like smack? Do you like URL? Who's your favorite battle rapper? Because you asked me an irrelevant question, so I'm asking you a relevant question about what the topic is about right now. And the smart silly goose would at least have been listening, and we've said, even in somebody in the chat has, so that's you done fucked up. That's how you done fucked up. You don't watch battle rap. So you're asking me an irrelevant question to what this current live stream is about. And so that's we call that distractions. Then bitch, why the fuck you watching me? I wouldn't stay in a place of confusion. Yes, and I'm blocking you from the channel. Don't talk to me no more. Fuck is you doing? Messing up. I'm gonna answer your question. You can't answer mine. I'm gonna come here and ask some random questions. Well, chess is your favorite? You got chess as a favorite? But it's like that's one of those you gotta kind of appreciate because it's like it ain't that common answer you're gonna hear of like Conceited or Hitman Holla or Charlie Clips. It's like, oh you know, because somebody Hitman Holla or Charlie Clips or Conceited could be somebody's favorite. You know what I'm saying? But it's like, well, you gotta give me some bars or something, bro. You gotta tell me something about their schemes or their rap style and delivery. You know what I'm saying? And now, because those are like one of the pluses with Charlie Clips is, you know, he's funny, comical, and the bar's gonna be light. You know what I'm saying? Conceited is funny. You got the humor with his as well. It's the wordplay. Slow it down. I just dissed you. Hold on. Let me see if I can remember that, Jane. Let me see. Let me see if I can remember that shit. It's like going to a black church past the ratchet. Hold on. Past the ratchet. The deacon be singing. He said something, slow it down. Past the ratchet, this D can be springing. We'll bow your head when we aiming. Remix. Oh, Pastor, bow your head. We amen. The ratchet be singing. We bow your heads when we aiming. Something like that. I'm messing that up. And he say about the Captain Morgan. Oh, and Captain Morgan come out. Oh, okay, that's what I'm talking about. He said, and then more guns come out. Yeah, it's something like Captain more gun. We pop the cap and then more guns come out. Captain Morgan's organs. It was some. I meet a girl from Morgan. Now I'm in her organs. It be some. You know what I'm saying? The Captain Morgan. Huh? Slow it down. I just dissed you. Chess got some dope shit too. Slit his shit. Now he Michael Jackson and that Thriller Gimme Simmons is. He got some shit too. Them organs come out. Yeah, bro. I knew it, bro. I have the audio and the sound somewhere. I'm just like, yo, I just gotta kind of remember them things, bro. So it's like, he did his thing, bro. I don't know what he's doing. I'm not sure if he's still alive or not. If he is, that's cool. It was always cool to see him talk about the shoe game, and he was like, I think he wear like a size 8 or a 9 or something like that. And he was like, but if you know, like that's a money size, and this and the third, boom, boom. So coming to that, I don't know, but he got some tough shoes. It was cool to see like his shoes. You know what I'm saying? Whenever you like, y'all want to talk about a closet, we gotta go in the closet, and you know he's saying pull out the shoes, the fashion. He's like, I don't even wear these. You know what I'm saying? These just that. Whatever. Let me see. It's something about people. Those from the ones mentioned so far, those for the most part like ones I've actually seen. Just be barking. he don't be barking like I Show Speed. I Show Speed be actually barking. That to watch I Show Speed bark, he actually barks, bro. He actually be barking, bro. He be like, yo. Speed. No, I mean Chess actually threw up. That was actually kind of crazy. Oh, somebody sent a gift. I'm just not sure where it's at or who was it. It was early. Shoot. Who was that? I gotta delete this person. Oh, that was Patrick Yellowbird from Hey, appreciate you because he sent the gift yesterday too. Let me see. Sugar Spirit. The last thing I heard about I Show Speed, something. Apparently, he got into some type of altercation. He got kicked out of the Galleria Mall in Houston. He got kicked out the mall in Houston, and that was one. He had another instance where he's like running. The security had to held him up and somebody else up in whatchamacallit. And then he had another. He had some type of instance or whatever. They say he got things got physical with a fan, and then he was like, mute the mic. And then he had to cover his mouth while he was saying, I don't know who he was yelling at, this and that. I don't know what. I don't know. The I Show Speed, I don't know if his stuff is doing good or what. I don't know what he was supposed to be on tour. Kott's not supposed to be doing Mafia-thon. I Show Speed, they just dropped some little Ballers League commercial that I don't even know what that's supposed to be about. And if it's supposed to be about soccer, I don't know. I don't know nothing about that, bro. I just be seeing whatever it get posted somewhere else, bro. But yeah. So that was decent, bro. So I don't know. My one thing now, one of the things So with the URL, the last of it that you used to see, it was like full length production. It was on some, all right, you got this person, and they would tell you their pros and cons, their strengths and weaknesses, versus this person. Here's their strengths and here's their weaknesses. It would break that stuff down, and then it would go into the rounds. Uh, but they also had like Summer Madness or Known, and it would be like they talk about a card, and it was like, oh, you got this person versus this person, this person. So I don't know if they got more coming in a sense. Like I don't know who else was on the card. If Murda Mook and Hitman was the headliners for that, whatever. And so I'm not sure like how often and how much more they're going to have, with it. And it might be one of them. About time we get some new people. I don't know, but the one thing about new people is one, nobody knows who you are. So like it really comes down to style, delivery, and this that. Yeah, you need to be a veteran. By the time you get to this big stage and this and third, like I don't know if you going, you know what I'm saying, you ready for that, right? So, um, y'all gonna put me against a rookie? It'd be stuff like that. I don't know, man. I don't know, bro. I don't know. Oh, so basically that's all I say. I don't know if they're gonna have. Well, it seems as if they would have some more. I don't know who else was on the card, as far as like, because this is like boxing. It's like boxing. You got these matches, and then you got the headliner match. You know what I'm saying? So I don't know when their next one is going to be, if they're going to have like more matches, who else is going to be on the card, and then to pull certain people in. And it's in 2025, who would you still want to see? Who would you know what I'm saying? Either just for the nostalgia purposes, like, bro, I never clicked something so fast. Who would you want to see like on some? Oh, they got what? And they brought this. And who would you want to see like? Who would you want to see on the battle card? You know what I'm saying? So of it coming back and this that, and the third, like that's why that joint is just gonna do. It's gonna do what it do. But I would like to see. You just hope certain stuff ain't whatchamacallit. And it's the people that you already because I think we already had Charlie Clips versus Conceited. I don't know if that would be even worth like for the culture. Just do it for the culture. Or is it worth bringing Chess back? Like Chess, yo, have you finally learned to this, that, and the third? Or because you see Chess again in 2025 and he's still, bro, the time when I seen him and he threw up, bro, I was like, so, or do you need some new people? Look, I ain't seen Loaded Lux in a minute. But Lotus Lux, his jank is the Calico jank. And it was, I don't know. I ain't never really outside of that. I'm trying to figure out if you bring somebody back for the nostalgia of it, and it's like they can keep it going. We ain't seen Tay Rock in a minute either. Hollow the Dawn. And there was this one dude. Hey, I'm gonna just mention Goods. I had used to like the delivery and you know what I'm saying, the punchlines for when Goods was rapping, bro. Like, but I don't feel like he got too many like good battles. It might be worth. Am I in 2025? It would be so random, but like Goods versus Chess. It would be random. Is it clickable? Is it gonna be like, okay? You gotta have. I just feel like you gotta have Charlie Clips or Conceit to come back. One of the two. Conceited. Yeah, Conceited versus Charlie Clips in 2025 would be alright too, bro. That don't be alright, bro. I don't know who you put Loaded Lux against, but I would like a Conceited versus Charlie Clips. I I could do that. I wouldn't. I would. Yeah, I would click that fast.